Welcome back to Prefect Report, episode 5. We got a great episode for you today, and we are currently going into March break. Everybody can't wait. Third term is going to be a lot of fun. Everyone's waiting on the warm weather.
So today, our Prefect guest is going to be Ruby. Welcome, Ruby.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
How was the takeover today?
The takeover was fun. I didn't realize how many people viewed the Ridley College Instagram, so a little bit of pressure, but it was fun.
You excited for third term?
I'm so excited. Not really. I have exams for like 3 months.
Yeah. So how did the speech feel? Were you nervous?
I was really nervous. I wrote it at 8 p.m. yesterday. Am I allowed to say that? Wait. But yeah, I think it went well.
I like the speech and the message of self-reflection, except that when you said negative self-talk, you didn't quote me.
I cited you in my speech. I'll show you later.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now, for the second time in Prefect Report history, we're going to have a rowers versus athletes debate to conquer the question if rowing truly is a sport. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. We have the rowers on this side. We have Fernando, Ainsley, and Sasha. Fernando has talked about this for a very long time. He's got a lot of stuff on his mind that he wants to say, he wants to argue. But the team over here has got also a lot of stuff to say. We got Ema, we got that Tiger Energy from Georgia, and we got Pete. Each contestant will have 1 minute, and then it'll be an open floor. We'll start with an argument from the captain himself, Fernando Vaca.
Okay. I just want to say that rowing is the best sport.
Your man has already started.
Because we are the fittest guys in school. We're the fittest athletes. We train
20
the most.
seconds.
And every time someone says rowing is not a sport, then I don't understand why, because the sport is by definition something you like to do and entertain people with. And our rowing races have a lot of crowd, if you guys ever go to that.
I've never gone to a rowing race, by the way.
But that's on you, man. And I think we should get more respect for all the hard work we put in. Yeah, that's my argument.
So I'm gonna start from one point. He said that they're the fittest team in the school. Let's look at Charlie for a second.
Charlie
doesn't row?
No.
How long was he rowing for?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
That's legit 75% of his whole team.
Okay.
His whole high school career.
Okay.
So he's a rower, right?
Okay.
Charlie, how fast can you run?
That was fast.
Pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
How much can you lift? How much can you lift? I just want to know. Like, honestly, like 40 pounds? 30?
No, like solid 60 maybe.
How much can you squat? Like just leg power, because obviously rowing.
Type of squat.
Just back squat, just normal back squat.
Actually, never back squatted in my life.
Wow. So all in that regime, all you do is row. Second point, it's a form of transportation. In the olden days, they would use it to get from one river to another. It cannot be a sport. Tell me what sport started off as a form of getting somewhere.
Is skiing a sport?
You are legit a taxi
skiing a
company.
sport?
You're legit a taxi company.
Okay.
Alright.
You mentioned that it was a form of transportation.
You're yelling.
Skiing was also a form of transportation. Is skiing a sport?
Yep.
Exactly.
So you're
That out the window. I'd also like to mention that we have one of our very best.
When you ski?
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Because
Cross-country
skiing, you gotta get down.
Cross country
You gotta
skiing?
get-
You know
Cross-country skiing, one
do you
motion.
think the trails are straight?
Cross country is not.
Half of them they are.
You dumb? You ever seen the cross country race?
What about slalom?
Slalom?
Slalom, GS, Super G, all that.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a
Have you
rowing
ever
head
watched a
race?
head rowing race?
You go.
I'm pretty sure it's just.
No.
But have you seen them?
No, it is. It is, Fernando.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the leg part.
Oh yeah,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, the leg power
Bro,
that
don't
somebody
forget
in this
about
room
that.
doesn't have.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. If skiing is a sport, rowing is a sport. And let me also mention, rowing is also in the Olympics.
You know what's
Horses
also in
are
the
a form
Olympics?
of
Beach volleyball.
transportation.
That's a sport. Volleyball is a sport.
It's more of a sport than rowing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get it.
All right.
Also, I'd like to mention one of our fine athletes, Shane Keegan, is also going to Yale for rowing
How many basketball players or hockey players
are going to Ivy League.
Exactly. How many have gone in the last 5 years?
Luke Hames, Dartmouth.
Okay, 1. How many have been in the last?
That's equal to rowing.
How many
No.
rowers have gone in? No.
No.
In the last
No.
4 5 years, how many rowers have gone to Ivy Leagues?
This year we have Shane Keegan. Last year we didn't have any. The year before that we had
No
Lucy
one.
and Nolan Biscaro.
Sasha, how many Ivy Leagues are you talking to for rowing?
I'm talking to 2 right now.
Exactly.
How many talking back?
That's what we're saying.
Okay, this is going to be a hard one for me because rowing was a big family sport. But I know my brother did not take that seriously. So it just goes to show that you have some slackers on your team, whereas like hockey and basketball, very competitive, but like you guys have some like slackers and stuff. But other than that, I know you wake up really early because Ainsley always has to go to bed at like 6. Get up at 6. So that's like impressive, but that's all I have. Other than that, it's literally just like the whole.
I mean like deadlifting, you're just going like this.
Sasha, you're coxy.
I'm a coach now actually.
He's a coach.
So let's get that straight.
I just want to go back to the point of he even said that Charlie and just throwing at Charlie. Well, you can't just base our whole sport in one guy like that. Just like there's always gonna be an
But
exception.
there's more
No
slackers.
hate, Charlie.
I got someone for this.
But if you look at the other rowers, if you look at ask Shane how much he can deadlift, how much can a Gabe squat. So you
Gabe
can't
does?
just attack one guy for being skinny.
I thought he ran.
That's
He's not even on the team anymore.
and he doesn't even
Not even on the
row.
team anymore.
And he was a coxie as well, so you can't really attack him first.
Okay.
Meant to be small.
I just want to remind everyone the same grade 9 promise I was given. If you go to rowing, you will get buff.
Who said that, by the way?
Yeah.
I remember specifically everyone on that team saying, join rowing, you get buff, and you get gym time. I've seen some of their practices. They don't lift that many weights. They don't lift any weights. They bring the erg to the gym just so they can row. How does that work? How do you have gym time just so you can do something you could do without gym time? It makes no sense. So, on your point of Charlie, you brought on Gabe and Shane, which are very strong people, fair enough. Now, let's look at the whole overall team. How many people in your team can you say positively can, for instance, let's just say deadlift 185 pounds?
Okay. So right now our team is rebuilding, right? How much could you deadlift in grade 9?
How much? I never deadlifted.
Exactly. But if you look at their team 2 years ago, then I can tell you the whole team could deadlift more than 185 pounds.
Why are we looking at things from the past? If we look at teams from the past in Ridley, some of them went to USC. We had Jaden Badiago. We had his brother who's going to Duke. You could talk about everybody from last year, but we're talking about current events.
Currently,
what are we looking at?
right now in our pinnacle boat, we got like what? 4 quality guys.
Yeah.
Those 4 quality guys are like the best in the team. Those are that's like the starting 5 on the basketball team. All those guys can easily do.
But then it's
anything.
Okay, let's even talk about that. The fact that they recruit people.
We don't recruit.
You recruit?
No.
Because anyone can do it.
Okay, but then
Anyone can do it.
you can't just do it and be good at it.
Anybody
Can
can
we
do it.
just take anybody and play basketball?
Okay. No,
What do you mean anybody can do it? Pete tried to do a 1K.
And he didn't even
500
finish
meters.
it.
Okay, I did
Okay. Some good arguments here. Some very good arguments here from both sides. Georgia, I'm gonna have to ask you to refrain from rowing on the table again.
I'm sorry.
Pete, you're up.
I'd like to reference Fernando's definition for a sport being something you like and something that entertains. Fernando, you might as well call chess and creative writing a sport. Next off, Sasha, you've got 10 credits of sports so far for yelling at people. Also, I can't believe rowing's that much of my personality that it would be the first line to my Prefect homily.
Firstly, What he said about Sasha, that he got 10 sport credit just for yelling. Coxie's actually trained with us every day. He wakes up at 5:30 in the morning, every morning.
To sit in a boat.
And then, no, I'm talking about in the winter. When Coxies are not required, he still wakes up at 5:30 in the morning, goes to practice, works out with us, and then on the afternoon he works out again with us, even though he doesn't need it. So, even if he got the sports credit for yelling at people, coxing is actually essential in rowing. It's not just yelling. You drive the boat, and in a race, if you screw it up by just a degree or like by a little harder turn, you lose the race.
Oh, like, I mean, if I can do it, I think it's pretty easy. Sorry, Sasha.
Sorry, I don't
Charlie
recall you
can do it
guys
too,
winning
sure,
any
why not?
races. And I reference rowing in my Prefect speech because it's a community that
It's your entire personality.
it's not my entire personality.
What are you wearing?
It's a big part of my personality because it's where I spend like half of my day there. And
Doing what motion?
no, we do more than that.
I just want to say that Mr. Shane Keegan's name has been referenced here many times. Where's Shane? I also want to say this is 5% of the brain power of the rowing team, and that's why they're here. Because all they can talk about is rowing. Thank you.
The one team in the school wins our national championships every year.
Yeah.
No, we win it.
We
multiple
won
times.
every single year.
Every single year with a lot of boats.
You can literally get last and place third somewhere. Literally, the pool of rowers is so small. Like nationally, I bet there's not even more than 50 teams that are competitive.
Our second biggest regatta we go to has 900 schools.
And how many of them are
5,000
or
athletes.
have more than 2 boats in their program?
No.
All of them at least have probably 8 boats.
Yeah.
Sasha, final comments.
Throughout
No,
this,
this is not
throughout this
personal,
entire
guys. No.
debate, you guys have brought up some good points, but we've also countered them. Rowing is a sport, countered that running, skiing. That we don't like achieve, we achieve.
We're the
That-
best guys in school.
We're pretty fit. We go through the most pain out of anybody when doing a 2K. All I'm saying is that you guys have had some pretty good points, but we've I don't know a point that you guys have actually won that we haven't refuted.
Yes. Well, after that thrilling debate, some personal feelings were hurt. I think this should end in some handshakes and some basketball shots if we go about our ways. How does that sound?
I love you, Mr. Mills.
I was on the team.
No. They can both say.
Oh, he's making that. He's making that one.
Even.
That's 2.
Because you row.
Ainsley won the debate.
Yeah. Oh.
Good job, guys.
Alright guys, that was a really fun debate. Got a little aggressive there. I don't really know who won that, but thanks for tuning in and we'll see you next time.
I got so many things. I'm gonna hate him and get out of here crying.
Of course they open. I've never seen that.
No.
Is walking a mode of transportation?
Charlie.
It is.